unboxing the DamoShark Kiran, or Chiron, one of those. And this is the M3.
If at any point during the video you want to check out this exact same product, there's Amazon links below.
Very cool graphics on the back. Let's get this open. Cool graphics everywhere. I do like that, although I do hate their logo and design, if I do say so myself. But I really do like all these cool graphics. It's very cool. And there it is. Pulling out the mouse, nice and light. Kind of G Pro X Superlight-esque, but definitely a different design. We have some tabs on the skates to remove them. The shape of these don't look the best. They look like they could cause some drag, so that will be tested in the full review. And then one tab in the middle. On the bottom, we have some controls for connectivity and DPI and such. And then in here, we should have dongle storage, which we do. It is right there. That seems super easy to get out. Oh, you kind of push it up. Maybe that is a little bit easier to get out. There we go, not bad. The mouse overall has a little bit of creaking going on this side right here, but overall it doesn't feel too bad. It looks like they have a line right here that seems kind of hard to see on camera, but there's definitely a distinctive line right there that is a solid shell. This piece is a solid piece back here, but there's a line, so it looks like, I don't know, maybe printing or the mold that they used had like a line there. Very interesting. Side buttons, pretty immediate, but not the best feel. The back one feels better than the front one. The front one feels like it's clicking down here instead of right in the middle, whereas this one feels like it's clicking right about where you're gonna click it. I don't know if you can see, but it looks like they pivot rather than clicking right in the middle. The clicks themselves are okay. They're nice and crisp, but compared to name brand mice, they're good, they're fine. The scroll wheel is very buried in there, which is not my favorite. And it feels quite mushy, honestly. This is not a great scroll wheel, but it does have okay tactile bumps, but still mushy feeling. USB-C for charging, which is nice. All right, now let's take out all of the accessories. A little cardboard box, which is kind of interesting. And just a braided ultralight cable. It is USB-C to USB Type-A, gold plating, which is nice, and then a USB adapter if you do want to use the dongle as like an extension. So if your PC is quite far away, that's why this is there. And then you have some paperwork, and that's it. But with that, let's get to the full review.
The DamoShark M3 coming in at a price tag of $44.99. This uses the 3395 sensor, hits a 1000 Hertz polling rate up to 26,000 DPI, 650 IPS, and 50 Gs of acceleration. Build quality here is pretty solid with no rattles and only a very slight creak on the upper left and a teeny bit of flex if you grab it extremely hard. This obviously might vary from unit to unit, but that's what was on mine. For the shape and size, this is very similar to the G Pro X Superlight, but it is a bit wider with more of a flat palm bump and indents on the left and right click. This has a smooth texture with the DamoShark logo on the front, which I honestly don't love, but you know, not a biggest deal with mice. Overall, it's basic and a little generic, but it works. For color options, you can get this in black, pink, or white. Now, the skates here are 100% PTFE with one around the sensor and then one in each corner. Now, this design does cause some drag or scratchiness, especially when moving to the left or right, but they're still much smoother than something like the Logitech G305 Lightspeed. So in this price point, this is still very good. Now, this mouse actually replaces the G305 Lightspeed, as I think this is a little bit better because this is wireless with either Bluetooth or a 2.4 gigahertz USB dongle, or obviously you can use it wired with a USB Type-C. You'd also get pretty good battery life here at 83 hours. Now, switches here use the GM 8.0 Black Mamba micro switches. They're nice, but compared to more name brand mices, they just fall a little bit short. They're a little bit heavy, but overall, they're still very good. And if you're most likely in this segment of price point, you're probably gonna be very happy with this. Now, for programmable buttons, this is pretty much standard for like a more FPS lightweight style mouse. You're gonna get those two side buttons for programmable buttons, but that's pretty much it. Now, for the scroll wheel, it is on the heavier side, and it's also very low profile. I don't mind it being on the heavier side, but I definitely don't like it as low as it is. I do wish it was raised up a little bit. The tactile bumps are decent, but they do have some mushiness to them. Now, for weight, this was really the reason that this won over the G305 Lightspeed, and this thing only comes in at 58 grams for the price and all the other specs. This just beats the G305 Lightspeed, especially if you want a budget wireless gaming mouse. Now, for RGB, there is no RGB here. Again, if you want to check out this exact same product, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, Canada, and international links. And if you want to check out my main channel with longer form content, you can check that out right here. But this is a consumer tech review, high speed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.